Well, this was so cool, the story behind it. This song's 5 years old, and, you know, it's at my previous publisher. It's at their company, so a plugger just happened to pitch this out of the blue, and Garth bid on it, and sent like a 2-page email talking about how much he loved the song, and next thing I know, we had a Garth cut. So, this is what it sounds like. Well, I was broke down, my life was coming unwound, when I stumbled into that little clapboard church. I was needing a revival, a double shot of the Bible, 'cause Lord knows that whiskey didn't quench my thirst. This old country preacher got up and got to preaching about a man who was headed straight to hell. At the end of the story, he said, for those that don't know me, I ain't judging nobody, I'm talking about myself. He said, I've been through bad times, and I've had good times, and I've learned in both kinds. But one thing holds true, you don't just pray when it's raining, you gotta pray when the sun shines too. Said the devil's patient, and when the storm starts raging, he'll softly whisper, where's your Jesus now? And when the skies turn clear blue, he'll do his best to convince you it wasn't God who took away those clouds. Friends, I've been through bad times, and I've had good times. I've learned in both kinds. But one thing holds true, you don't just pray when it's raining, you gotta pray when the sun shines too. Come on, pray it up now. Well, it's been years since that Sunday sermon. My world's done a lot of turning, but one thing's held true, you don't just pray when it's raining, you gotta pray when the sun shines too. You gotta pray when the sun shines too.
Wish we could get him to get into it a little bit. Jason Matthews on the mid 95.7 WKML. It's just called the Garth cut.
Yeah.
Go Garth.
Big Garth.
So this is what you get at the Songwriter Show tomorrow night at the Carolina Civic Center. The stories behind the songs, the fun stories between the songwriters, that kind of thing, and all the original versions of the songs you hear on the radio as well. Jason Matthews is here. Johnny Bulford is here. How did you guys end up writing together? Is it an unusual story, or just kind of how it works in Nashville?
Well, can I tell this?
About how you big timed me?
No,
I'm just kidding. He didn't.
No.
We thought he
I was playing the listening room one night, and Chris and Johnny happened to be at the bar, and so I kind of reintroduced myself to Chris because I'd written with him a long time ago, and met Johnny, and Johnny told me that he was a huge fan of the "You Didn't Have a Good Time" song, and I think I'd heard you play at the listening room one time before that and thought you were great, and I was like, well shoot, we need to get together and write, you know, and I talked to my publisher. I was like, hey, get us together to write, and he never did. Like a year went by, and I'm like, hey, where's that Johnny Bulford write? And he's like, man, I've been working on it. You won't do blah blah blah. He blamed it on you.
He said I wouldn't do it. I never got a call.
And I was like,
man, that Jason Matthews just lied to my face.
Well, I was sitting there going, well, that can't be right. Johnny's like a fan of this song. Of course he wants to write, you know, and then we kind of met later on, and you know,
we wound up at the same company.
Yes, we wound up at Warren Chapel. Well, he was already at Warren Chapel, and I wound up over there, and we finally got it hooked up, and it was magic.
It's been every Monday ever since.
It was absolute magic writing with this guy.
So
it's very, and I have to say how rare that is too. That I mean, I write with a bunch of people, and I can write a song on that wall,
right?
But there's very few people that it's magical with, and this is one of those people. I mean, it really, yeah.
Well, what do you say to that?
We've written some fantastic songs together.
What is the difference? What makes it magic?
It's chemistry, man. It's just like
no conflict is huge.
Really?
Like,
well, it's kind of the same when you meet a girl. You know you want a date or something. You know, it's a chemistry thing, but in a different way. It's a different kind of chemistry.
It gets weird when he tries to kiss me, though.
I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to go there.
In studio with us, and so the things that I've learned over the year about songwriters. Do you guys actually make appointments to write with each other, or is that something that you go back to your publishers and say, set this up and do that?
It's different every time, I think. Sometimes I'll be out and someone will say it and I'll pull my phone up and plug them in. And other times, you know, half of my calendar is stuff that Warner set up, and about half of it's what I've set up. And then, like, me and Jason have a standing right. So it's there every week, no matter what. And
even after, like, this weekend where you spend the whole weekend together?
Well, this one
we'll take next week. No, I'm just kidding.
I wanted to spend a little extra time at home this week, so
yeah,
you know, being we just had a hit and all.
We can take a break.
We can take a break. So let me ask you this, and Johnny, this would be: how hard is it to get into a room to write with a writer like Jason?
Well, I mean, you know, people.
I mean, not hard for him.
Not hard for you in this case, but.
And Johnny's got a #1 under his belt too, and
one or two.
Well, I've got 2 hits now, and the first #1, or the only one I've had so far is A Woman Like You. But yeah, with Jason, it was natural. I mean, it still took a year. For that whole year, I was wondering why I wasn't writing with him.
Yeah, but I was too.
But at the same time, you don't like. I've never been one to be overbearing because songwriters are a lot of the time we're quirky people, and you can turn them off pretty easy, and so in a lot of cases. But there are people I've tried to get in the room with and failed, or it's just you have to like. I'll play a lot of rounds in Nashville, and if the right people are in the room, they'll come up and say, "Hey, we should get together and write. I love what you do. I love your voice," and that kind of stuff. My voice helps a lot. If you can sing well at all, there's something a little more appealing about writing with that. In a lot of cases, but there's artist potential, that kind of thing.
But your songs are good too. It's not like your voice is selling a song that's not good.
But what got my foot in the door before my songs were like they are today was singing and not being fully you just be nice, you know what I mean? I mean, Nashville's such a nice town if you let it be, you know.
Jason Matthews and Johnny Bulford in studio with us. You want to play another one for us?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Johnny.